Might Guy during the Fourth Great Ninja War. So Might Guy was on the island with Naruto. That's where he was. At first. He was there. He was fighting against Kisame. And he let him know what it was. He was like, Hyodora? That's not chakra, man. That's me using a Tai jutsu. That's specific for me. All his sweat, He's like, this blue vapor is my sweat. And he's like, yeah, man, I got you beat. But he was exhausted after that. Eventually, he gets to the battlefield and he helps his, student out, and he's fighting against the Seven Swordsmen and shit. Him and Kakashi run over to the battlefield with Naruto and Killer Bee, and they're helping fight against Obito. His attacks are phasing through, but they're figuring out, how his jutsu works slowly but surely. With 4 guys there who are, pretty good, they were able to figure it out. It was revealed that it was Obito, and he's like, damn, man, didn't he die like a long time ago? And he's like, damn, we gotta, deal with this shit now. Eventually, Guy gets involved later, and he's like, oh my god. He starts having flashbacks and shit. He says, oh shit, in his flashback, he was a boy who, just like Rock Lee, he had to really train hard. He wasn't gifted with any jutsus or anything. That's not bullshit. We saw that. It showed his backstory. And he had to work really hard. He, like if you ask me, he worked harder than his dad did, too. His dad was a eternal genin. Now, his dad still worked hard on the side, but he just didn't have the, he wasn't the smartest guy. And Guy's not the smartest guy in the world, but he's smarter than people give him credit for. And he is, actually. That's how he was able to rise to the ranks. And he's like, Dad, why are you, doing this shit? And he's like, son, when the time comes and shit, you'll have to. And he's like, son, you have to go back, because that day, the 7 Ninja Swordsmen showed up, and he was like, Dad, you can't fight them. You're beginning. And he's like, no, I got this. And then God knew what he was talking about, because he's like, this is the 8th inner gate formation, and I'm going to use that one. And then my guy was looking at Madara, and he was like, damn, I might have to use that shit. He tries to fight him in the 7th gate, and he don't do shit. So then he's like, okay, I know what I have to do now. So my guy, before he goes into the 8th gate, how powerful is this guy? 93 for his strength, 93 for his speed, 92 for his durability, 94 for his endurance, 92 for his intelligence, 95 for his experience, 98 for his close skills, 90 for his range skills, 90 for his recovery, and 93 for his hacks. Overall power scores are 93%. Be cool, crawl in the corner, and let me know what you think about Guy in the comments below.